You'd think a documentary about Formula One would be simple to produce and easy to market. Yet, the one thing that saved F1's Drive to Survive docu series was this guy, Guenther Steiner.
Last year, for 2 points, I would have hugged the whole paddock, so hopefully we can get some more.
I'm sure America doesn't mind, but I'll apologise for the language. What did you say you would do to the whole paddock?
Hug them.
Let me explain. Up until the 2010s, F1 was one of the most elitist sports on the planet. It mostly catered for an older audience that had the money to buy the sponsored products on display. But after social media exploded and took people's attention away from television and radio, Formula One began to lose its popularity amongst the millennial fan base because of a lack of genuine connection to their fans. Fast forward to the present day, and Formula One is enjoying a golden age of unprecedented growth. As the fastest growing sport on social media in recent years, F1 has many things to thank for its rise to glory. But none of them had as much impact as their docu-series, Drive to Survive. This is the story of how a Netflix production that almost failed finally catapulted Formula One into the 21st century.
Everybody is talking about it. What do you say?
Good for Formula One, huh?
Good for Formula One. Why?
Lot of publicity.
Good publicity.
You just said everybody's talking about it.
Sure.
It's 2014, and then CEO of the F1 group, Bernie Ecclestone, summarized Formula One's biggest problem. Young kids will see the Rolex brand, but are they gonna go and buy one? They can't afford it. I'd rather get to that 70-year-old guy who's got plenty of cash. Ecclestone told the world that Formula One wanted absolutely nothing to do with the younger audience. You see, he was a businessman who worried more about securing sponsorships than he did about increasing F1's reach. During his tenure, Formula One didn't even have a marketing department. And in his tunnel vision, Ecclestone was missing the bigger picture of how social media was changing the way that people consumed sports. He didn't realize the impact that social media had in helping fans to build deeper connections with their favorite athletes. Through those connections, people became more invested and passionate in their favorite sports. And in the world of sports, passion drives sales. Ironically, the most technologically advanced sport in the world had failed to capitalize on the rise of digital technology. But this all changed when the F1 group was sold in 2017 to an American mass media company that went on to make it one of the most popular sports in the world. Liberty Media treated F1 as a media problem instead of a sports problem. They immediately changed the way that Formula One was perceived and the way that it was consumed by its fans. Most of their efforts were underpinned by one driving force: increase fan engagement by making the sport more accessible.
Formula One, the world's most popular motor racing championship, could soon have new owners. The US-based Liberty Media is reportedly on the verge of buying F1, but then again, others are also interested. Here's a look at the race.
It's January 2017, and Liberty Media has just finalized their $4.4 billion acquisition of the Formula One group. Over the next 2 years, they built a foundation that would skyrocket the sport into the 21st century. Through their fan-first approach, the F1 group leveraged online media to acquire and retain as many eyeballs as possible. By ramping up their social media presence and allowing the drivers to mingle on the socials, Liberty Media made sure that fans could relate the sport to their daily lives and issues. For the first time ever, fans enjoyed unrivaled insights into the mundane and relatable lives of their favorite drivers. And in 2019, this approach was taken to the next level with the first season of Drive to Survive. The build-up to season 1 was full of twists, turns, and doubts about the practicality of the show. Inspired by the All or Nothing docu-series, former F1 director of commercial operations, Sean Bratches, pitched the idea of Drive to Survive to a London-based documentary production company, Box to Box Films. Now, initially, The idea was to follow one of the teams throughout the 2018 season, but Bratches had bigger ambitions and wanted to showcase Formula One in all of its glory. So, a few months after pitching the idea to Paul Martin, the co-founder of Box to Box Films, Bratches contacted Martin again and told him that they were in business. With the Netflix deal secured, Box to Box Films followed the 2018 F1 season and became totally immersed within the sport. But things didn't go as expected for them. During the early days of production, Martin admitted that he and his team might have just bitten off more than they could chew. They had absolutely no idea how the show would be shaped, or how difficult it would actually be to produce. It was an uphill battle from day one, but thanks to a meeting they had had a month before production officially began, they had a North Star to follow for the show. In November 2017, Martin and his partner James Gay Reese had met one of the most animated characters in Formula One history.
Action.
Like a professional.
At least I can do something.
Within the first 2 minutes of speaking with the man, both Martin and Gay Reese knew that they had a way to make Drive to Survive a great show. They figured that if people in front of the cameras were as open and honest as Steiner was, and talked about the sport with just as much passion, then the show would go on to achieve exactly what Liberty Media and Sean Bratches intended, winning the hearts of potential F1 fans and introducing an exciting new dynamic to the sport for their existing fan base. And after just 4 seasons, Drive to Survive exceeded expectations. The show won a Sports Emmy in May 2022 for Outstanding Documentary Series, Serialized, and was nominated again in 2023. Drive to Survive created a halo effect of sorts for Formula One by nurturing a deep connection with their fan base and humanizing those involved in the sport. Formula One exploded in popularity and increased its revenues tenfold. Drive to Survive created more passion among supporters and gave them more reasons to pour their time and attention into F1's growing media empire. After just 1 week of the Season 1 premiere in March 2019, Drive to Survive had racked up over 288,000 viewers on Netflix. And after the Season 5 premiere in February 2023, the show doubled those numbers to over 644,000 viewers in the first week. And even though that doesn't come anywhere close to the more popular shows on Netflix, it didn't need to in order to have that halo effect on the sport. As of 2024, Drive to Survive has played a crucial role in launching Formula One into the 21st century. F1 enjoyed a 30% increase in race weekend attendance in 2022 compared to 2019. The F1 group also enjoyed a remarkable 195% profit growth in that same time period. Crazy. Formula One is enjoying unprecedented growth thanks to their fan-first approach. And much of that success is owed to the Netflix Doccie Series that almost failed. By giving us a glimpse into the drivers' lives, the team dynamics, and the high-pressure decisions that shape each race, Drive to Survive has humanized Formula One and put the sport at the peak of its powers. During this video's production, Guenther Steiner parted ways with Haas. After a decade with the team, it's really sad to see him go. Sadder even knowing that Season 6 of Drive to Survive will be the last time that he blesses our screens and makes F1 that much more enjoyable. Who do you think will take over as the main man in Drive to Survive? Let us know in the comments. Really keen to hear your thoughts. Oh, and if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe for more stories like this one. And hey, thanks for watching. Stay awesome. Cheers.